Pleasant to use and surprisingly flexible, the Surface Go 3 still seems more like an expensive accessory than a viable laptop replacement.
Really?
For what reason do we make this statement? We will let you know so. Join us as we discuss Surface Go 3 follow-up. Review after 12 months. What truly works? Specs and performance. The innards of the Go 3 have been redesigned, which is where you'll find the most substantial improvement. Even though it is the 10th generation, the most costly model is now driven by an Intel Core i3 central processing unit. The performance of the Pentium Gold edition of the Go 2 is noticeably superior to that of the other two versions, despite the fact that all three of these variants contain 8 GB of random access memory. The Go 3 does a good job as a gadget for basic day-to-day use. Being able to view movies online was another fantastic perk of this service. The results of the benchmarks show that it is not capable of handling the workload of video editing or gaming without requiring a significant amount of waiting around time. Contrary to the Surface Pro 8, there is no option for an LTE connection. It's too bad since a 4G connection makes perfect sense for a smartphone of this size and mobility, but it's still a bummer.
It is.
Software. In fact, the Surface Go 3 is one of the first products to ship with pre-installed Windows 11. Windows 11 is exactly how Microsoft has been advertising it, even if it is a little unusual to operate on such a tiny screen. One of the most talked about improvements in Windows 11 is the new multitasking capabilities. However, in this case, it would be counterproductive to use 2 or more programs simultaneously. Given the screen size, it's no surprise that native Android app compatibility is included. In contrast to Windows 10, however, Windows 11 does not include a dedicated tablet mode. After the keyboard is detached, the only discernible changes were bigger margins between the taskbar's icons and the introduction of an on-screen keyboard. Although Windows 11 has improved its support for touchscreens, the interface is still mostly designed around the mouse. Windows 11 hasn't undergone a radical transformation, but the aesthetic has been much improved.
Not bad.
In any case, if you want to be informed when new Microsoft Surface Go 3 updates become available, please subscribe to our channel as soon as possible. Design. The unit's robust magnesium shell gives it a luxurious feel, and the entire thing is built to last. Weight with the type cover connected is a paltry 789 grams, making it very portable for a laptop. The kickstand really makes the tablet shine since it allows for infinite viewing angles. Also, the 10.5-inch display is quite brilliant. We shall look at the design shortly, so keep an eye out for that. While the screen bezels are somewhat bigger, they do double as charging ports for the Surface Pen. One downside of the Surface Go 3's premium metal appearance is that the rear often gets scratched. There is just one USB-C connector, a headphone jack, a Surface Connect port, and a micro SD slot that is hidden beneath the kickstand. From a design standpoint, it's a fantastic tool, particularly for nomadic artists. It's compact and lightweight enough to stow in a purse, yet well-made enough to avoid a flimsy impression. Battery life. The official stated capacity of the Go 3 is 28 watt-hour. Although it seems low when compared to the generous offerings of many laptops, keep in mind that this device has a somewhat smaller display and less taxing internals. In spite of Microsoft's claims, we were only able to get around 9 hours of video playback out of the battery. The Go 3 lasted for 9 hours and 10 minutes until it died from lack of juice. This implies that the Surface Go 3's battery life is probably not going to make it through a whole workday without being recharged. Even Microsoft agrees with this. According to them, battery life varies significantly based on usage, network and feature configuration, signal strength, settings, and other factors. For instance, if you turn on auto brightness and switch between many pages or applications at once, it will significantly drain the battery life. This gadget isn't ideal if you need to use it for more than a few hours without access to an electrical socket. Display. Microsoft skipped on an update to the Go 3's display.
They did?
It keeps the same 10.5-inch screen with a resolution of 1920 by 1280, and it has the same familiar boxy 3:2 aspect ratio that's become characteristic of Surface devices. Despite being an LCD screen and not an OLED one, Microsoft calls it a PixelSense display. It has excellent color accuracy and has a well-defined details, making it a superb choice for watching media. I measured a peak luminance of 413 nits, which allows for use even in broad daylight, provided that the screen is protected from direct sunlight. When compared to the Surface Pro 8, however, this is a significant step down due to its inferior refresh rate. While the Pro 8 has upgraded to a 120Hz display, the Go 3 remains content with a 60Hz one. The screen on the Surface Go 3 is excellent, providing all the features necessary for regular use. The Surface Go 3 is a beautiful tablet that feels fantastic in the hand and has enormous promise as a tiny PC running Windows 11. However, it is hampered by sluggish processors that provide unpredictable, laggy performance and have short battery life. But if you don't care about any of it and still want it, by all means, go ahead. To be fair, it is a serviceable gadget. Please consider leaving a like if you enjoyed this Microsoft Go 3 review. Thanks for watching.